When your dog sleeps with you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's adorable. But behind that closeness, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally powerful things your dog can do. And if you misunderstand it, which most owners do, you could be missing messages they've been trying to send for years. Let's start with what that nightly ritual really means. 1. It was never about staying warm, so why does your dog actually sleep with you? Most people assume it's simple. Dogs get cold, you're warm. End of story. But here's the thing. Dogs are perfectly capable of finding comfortable places to sleep on their own. Their bed, the couch, a soft rug, a sunny spot on the floor. If comfort or warmth was all they wanted, they have plenty of options. So why do they keep choosing you? Because sleep is when a dog is at their most vulnerable. Even though they live in safe homes, their instincts still remember something ancient. In the wild, sleeping meant trusting the pack around you. And instead of choosing a quiet corner somewhere in the house, your dog walks straight past their bed and climbs onto yours, curling up next to a human many times their size. That's not about temperature. That's trust on a level most owners never fully realize. Dogs form incredibly deep emotional bonds with their humans. In fact, studies on canine behavior show that dogs often see their owners as a secure base, similar to how children rely on caregivers. When your dog chooses to sleep beside you, they're telling you something they can't say out loud. You make me feel safe enough to completely relax. And by the way, if your dog ever suddenly stops sleeping with you, don't brush it off. We'll get into what that can really mean at the end, and it's something many owners wish they had understood sooner. 2. They're mixing their scent with yours. Have you ever noticed your dog pressing their body against you or rubbing their head on you right before settling down to sleep? That's not random affection, it's scent communication. Dogs experience the world primarily through smell. Their noses are constantly collecting information about the people and environments around them. When your dog leans against you or curls up tightly beside you at night, your scents begin to mix together. And that matters more than most people realize. In the wild, members of the same pack share a familiar group scent. It's how they recognize who belongs together. It's a silent signal that says, this individual is part of us. So when your dog sleeps pressed against you night after night, they're participating in something ancient and instinctive. They're reinforcing the bond between you. In their mind, you're not just their owner, you're their pack. This is also why your dog may sniff you intensely when you come home after being somewhere new. Your scent has changed, and they're gathering information about where you've been. And when bedtime comes, lying close to you helps restore that familiar, shared scent again. And hey, if this is making sense to you, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps more dog lovers learn how to understand their pets on a deeper level. 3. They think they're protecting you. Ever wonder why your dog chooses a very specific spot to sleep? Maybe it's by your feet, maybe right next to your side, maybe near the edge of the bed facing the room. That position isn't random, it's instinct. Even the most spoiled house dog still carries the instincts of their wolf ancestors. And those instincts revolve around one thing: protecting the pack. When your dog positions themselves beside you at night, part of their brain believes they're keeping watch. This behavior traces back thousands of years. In wild packs, some members would rest while others remained alert to potential danger. The group survived by looking out for one another. And even though your dog now lives in a warm home with regular meals and belly rubs, that ancient instinct hasn't disappeared. So when they curl up beside you at night, a part of them is saying something simple but powerful. I'm here. You're safe. I've got watch tonight. Watch where your dog sleeps. If they position themselves facing the door, they're watching the entry point. If they sleep near your feet, they're placing themselves where they can sense movement in the room first. Dogs are naturally aware of their surroundings, even while resting. They know they're smaller than you in many cases, and they don't care. Something deep in their instinct says, this human is part of my pack. Part of my job is to stay close. Now, will your dog actually fight off an intruder? Maybe. Maybe not. But in their mind, they've taken a position, they've given themselves a role, and every single night, they show up for it. 4. Every sleep position is a message. Does your dog curl into a tight ball? Stretch out across the bed like they own it? Sleep with their back pressed against you? each of these positions is telling you something different. Let's start with a tight curl. When a dog curls into a ball, tail wrapped close, and paws tucked in, it's a protective posture. It keeps their body warm and protects the belly, one of the most vulnerable areas. If your dog often sleeps like this, it may mean they feel comfortable enough to be near you, but they still hold on to a bit of instinctive caution. It's trust, but with a little awareness still switched on. Now the full stretch. Legs extended, belly open, sometimes even lying on their back with paws in the air. This is one of the clearest signs of complete relaxation in dogs. A dog exposing their belly while sleeping is a dog who believes they are in a completely safe environment. Their guard is down, their muscles are loose, their breathing slows. They trust the space around them. And they trust you. What about when your dog turns their back toward you while sleeping? Some owners think it means the dog is ignoring them. In reality, it's often the opposite. Dogs in a pack frequently rest back to back. It allows them to relax while another member of the group covers the other direction. So when your dog sleeps with their back against you, or facing away from you, they're often signaling comfort and familiarity. They're saying, I don't need to watch you. You're part of my safe space. And then there's the full body lean. When your dog sleeps pressed right against you, sometimes half on top of you or wedged into a tiny space beside you, that's one of the strongest forms of bonding behavior. They want physical closeness. That's not neediness, that's attachment. 5. They adjust their routine for you. Have you ever noticed how your dog seems to wake up when you wake up and settle down, when you go to bed? That's not random. It's a routine they've adapted around you. Dogs are naturally flexible in their sleep patterns, but they still carry instincts from their ancestors. In the wild, activity often depended on the movements of the pack. Pack members stayed in rhythm with one another, and your dog has done the same thing with you. Over time, dogs living closely with humans begin to mirror their owner's daily schedule. They nap when you're busy. They become alert when you come home. And many of them wind down when you do. Think about that for a moment. Your dog is constantly adjusting their day to stay connected to yours. This is also why many dogs greet you excitedly at the door or wake up moments before your alarm goes off. They've learned your patterns. They've synchronized themselves to them, not because they have to, because they want to. 6. They sense your emotions before you say anything. Have you ever had a difficult day and noticed your dog suddenly staying very close to you? Maybe they follow you from room to room. Maybe they rest their head on you more than usual. That's not random. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to human emotions. Research has shown that dogs can read changes in human facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. They also detect subtle shifts in scent caused by hormonal changes in the body. When you're stressed, your breathing changes. Your movements become sharper or slower. Your body releases different chemical signals. Your dog notices all of it. They may not understand the exact reason you're upset, but they know something about you has changed. That's why many dogs become extra affectionate when their owner is sick, anxious, or sad. They're responding to signals you're giving off without realizing it. And sleeping beside you gives them even more information. Your breathing patterns, your movement during the night, your restlessness, or calm. Night after night, your dog becomes familiar with your normal rhythms, so when something shifts, they notice quickly. 7. When they suddenly stop, pay attention. What does it mean when a dog who always slept beside you suddenly stops? This is something every dog owner should pay attention to. If your dog has been sleeping next to you for months or years, and that suddenly changes, it's worth noticing. Dogs are creatures of habit. When they break a routine that strong, there's usually a reason. Sometimes the cause is physical. Pain, discomfort, or illness can make a dog choose a different sleeping spot. Older dogs especially may start seeking quieter or more supportive places to rest. And if your dog suddenly avoids the bed after always sleeping there, it may be worth checking in with a veterinarian. Other times the reason is environmental. A new pet, a new person in the home, changes in daily routine, or even moving furniture can affect how secure a dog feels in a space. Dogs are sensitive to changes in their environment. Something that seems small to you might feel significant to them. And sometimes it's emotional. Dogs remember experiences, If something startled them in the bedroom or made them uncomfortable, they may temporarily choose distance. The key is observation. Your dog chose to sleep beside you because they trusted you deeply. If that pattern changes, they're not being difficult. They're communicating. So pay attention, stay patient, and if needed, help them feel comfortable returning to that shared space again. Because that nightly routine meant something important to them. And understanding it helps strengthen the bond you share.